Okay, today on Sweet Tea Mods, we're going to try to do something about Seabiscuit's foggy headlights. I've tried several different things. Nothing has worked so far. So we're going to try and use some of the Chemical Guys headlights things. And we're going to also use some sandpaper. So I'll get back to you here in a minute and show you what we're using. Okay, taped up so that we don't mess with the paint. This is what it looks like from the side. Looks like it's the same color as the car actually. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we've got a couple of products here. This 3M rubbing compound is pretty darn good by itself. I've used this with a microfiber towel, and it does a pretty good job by itself. So we're gonna do this first. We're gonna use this 3M rubbing compound, and then we're gonna use the 2500 grit sandpaper and get off what's left. And then I wanted 3500, but they didn't have it, so, you know, more is better, right? So we've got 5000 grit. We'll see. That might be too much. Anyway, got some applicator pads to put these on with. And this we'll just be rubbing it with our hand because we've lost our sand block. So we'll get started. Okay, one more thing we're going to do. We're going to clean it. Use some clay lube here. And I'm going to take a microfiber towel and I'm going to rub it in one direction to clean that and get any bugs or whatever off of it. Then we're going to take our 2500 sandpaper, wet or dry, and we're going to use some of the clay lube again. I'm going to wet it down really good, and I'm going to wet my leg and sandpaper, and we're just going to get started. I'm going to go in one direction like this. And you can see it's getting some of that yellow and stuff off already. Get up in all the little cracks. Okay. Okay, now that we've got, I went over it with the 2500, it's still wet, but we're going to take our microfiber towel and we're going to wipe it off and we're going to see if we see any difference. Now it's going to look hazy right now because we've scratched it up with that sandpaper, but it's going to go away when we get it polished. We've still got other things to do, but this is step one. There we go. You can tell a difference. Some of that yellow is gone. It is still hazy. Like I said, we've still got to polish it up. Alright. Getting ready for step two. Okay. Now we're going to clay bar. Use our clay lube again. We're using the crap out of our clay lube today. And we're going to clay bar it just to see if we can get anything else off it. Okay, we went back before the clay bar. Didn't like how it looked, so did the 2500 grit sandpaper a couple more times, and then clay barred it. So now we're going to try some of our rubbing compound and see how that does. We're just going to put some on a microfiber towel and rub it and see what we get. Now, this is our 3M. We're going to put it on here. It's just a rubbing compound. Like I said, we've got a couple of things that we're going to put on it. It's a time-consuming process, but you know what? It's worth more than... It's easier to spend time than it is money. Okay, I'm going to get a little more of that and go back over it, and I'll get back with you. Okay, this is after we've put the rubbing compound on, and see, look at the angle, you can see the inside of the headlight. You couldn't do that before. Okay, now we're just going to take some window cleaner and spray it and wipe it down and see if there's any place that we might have missed before we move on to the rest of it. Okay. Headlights are a safety issue, not just aesthetics, it's safety. But it always looks nice to have bright, clean headlights on a car, or it does to me anyway. Alright, we're going on to, I don't even know what step we're on now. A long ways, but anyway, get back to you. Now, we're going to go follow all this up with our Chemical Guys Headlight Restorer and see how that works. This has a sealant in it, so we don't even have to go back and seal the headlights. This takes care of it. It's a UV protectant to try and keep it from going back yellow again. We'll see how that works. Nothing else has. So, Chemical Guys, show me what you got. Okay, we're putting our dots on our microfiber and going to town. I'll get back to you. Well, this is it. After we put like 3 coats of that Chemical Guys stuff on it, I think it looks pretty darn good. We're going to put some new finish car wax on it to seal it, even though there is sealant in the thing. But look at that. Get that headlight. That's the other side. Back up so you can see them both. Big difference, big difference. I like it. Alright, we're going to put our new finish on, and then I'll show you that. Here is what it looks like. Walking around it. This is the other side. And this one. There's the finished product. Seabiscuit has officially had cataract surgery. Looks very good. And if you take notice, I did a little work on that Mazda emblem too. I'd blacked them out and I kind of liked it all black, and then when I was sitting there messing with the headlights, I was like, well, let's just change that. So, cut that out of the middle of it. Well, it can be done. We'll see how long this takes. This is June the 8th. 2022. Let's see if they fog over on me. I'll give you an update if they do. Sweet T Mods signing off. Like and subscribe.